Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to Keondre and Frank's podcast. I'm Keondre,
I'm Frank.
and this is a show where we give you the news in movies, TVs, and video games and comics. Without any hesitation, we're going to jump onto the news.
I'm surprised you even used that. I said it as a joke.
I was just gonna roll with it. That'll be our thing now, instead of
mocking Keemstar.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, so we are going to jump into Marvel because we aren't going to talk much Marvel today because I think there isn't that much Marvel to talk about in terms of big stuff. There is a bunch of little stuff, but nothing too extravagant. Oh wait, one thing that I forgot to put in, and I want to do this one first, is that apparently James Gunn is going to produce a Richard Rider Nova MCU movie for the
How
year
could you forget that?
2022. Well, here's the thing. We recently heard that the Cosmic Universe already has scripts written for movies of cosmic characters already.
Great.
So that Nova movie probably already written already. Captain Marvel obviously already done being written. Guardians 3 probably already done being written. And I'm excited for the Cosmic Universe, but I don't want them to go too cosmic,
Like we get fucking Annihilation.
Where we get like the modern day Secret Wars.
I'd rather Annihilation, but
Yeah. Or I want Secret Invasion. That's what I want.
Too bad it's gonna be called Secret Empire for no reason.
Yeah, but with the whole Nova thing though, I am excited for a Nova movie because I wanted a Nova movie for the longest time. I don't care that it's Richard Rider. You can give me either one and I still wouldn't care. Like, I'm fine. I just wanted a Nova movie. There was a lot of people I saw online bitching about it, saying, like, of course it's gonna be Richard Rider. Who'd you expect? They weren't gonna do Sam Alexander anyways. They wouldn't do that.
Isn't Sam Alexander the more teenage one?
He's the Latino Spanish teenage one, yeah.
The one that was in the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show?
Yeah. Well, he was introduced way before that, I think.
No, but
Oh, yeah, but we mostly know him from when he was on...
People would know, yeah.
Yeah, on the Ultimate Spider-Man show, yeah.
I think that was actually how I was introduced to Nova.
I was introduced to Nova from, I think, Superhero Squad. Because he appeared on one episode before. And... Yeah, and then I remember seeing him on, like, comics and shit and covers, and there was this one Nova cover of an issue that I really loved, which was Spider-Man would go on and do a reference to it, sorta, in a future issue for a 2099 issue. Who would I... Oh, we already talked about who we wanted to play Richard Rider.
I don't think we talked about...
Oh, we didn't say it on the podcast. Matt Smith, right?
Yeah.
Is that who we settled on? Yeah. Even though we did say Mr. Fantastic for Matt Smith.
Yeah.
I would assume that you would have to do Richard Rider around the same age range as Star-Lord.
Yeah.
So... No! I have the perfect Richard Rider. And
Lord, who is it?
Because I want Matt Smith as either Captain Marvel or as Mr. Fantastic. You'll know him as soon as I show you a picture of him. He was on Step Brothers. He was in Parks and Rec. He, with Chris Pratt too, no less. He was the fuck. You remember the scene Step Brothers? The younger brother, Will Ferrell's younger brother that comes in to visit, and that guy. Cause he's around the same age range as Chris Pratt and wait, what's the actor's name? Adam Scott. That's his name. That sounds like a fucking Marvel character name. Wait, let me get a picture of him up so that you can...
Adam Scott? No, that sounds like a DC character name.
Alan Scott. That guy. You know exactly who he is. Give him a helmet and he could be a Nova. I wish that they did an Ant-Man where we had both Richard Rider and Sam Alexander. So they could be like Richard Rider is the more older retired Nova, and Sam Alexander is the younger one taking up the new mantle. I wish that they did that so we could have both. But I mean, I'm fine with Richard Rider and Sam Alexander coming in later. So, I mean, there's that. But Cosmic.
We have another cosmic thing that we could jump onto on here.
All right, go ahead. What is it?
Well, it's the Adam Warlock.
Oh, the Adam Warlock. Yeah, I was gonna do that next. Okay, so recently James Gunn was talking about shit, and then he brought up the. I don't know what he was talking about in like the midst of this, but
Well, isn't that why you pull up the article in front of you anyway?
Right, yeah.
Like, boy, get it together.
Well, the ads are popping up. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 laid the foundation for Adam Warlock's MCU debut, but the character may not waltz into the franchise when the fans first thought. Earlier today, director James Gunn took to Twitter to chat with fans, and one response called, because the Blu-ray just came out, so fans are obviously going to be asking him questions on Twitter.
I can't wait for this new hidden Easter egg that's going to take 5 years to find.
Has anyone even found that Easter egg still yet?
I don't even know.
I think he offered like $1,000 to anyone that found it. And then that made me tempted to go and find it because I was all like, $1,000 from James Gunn. That's not that bad. But I
would rather a part in Guardians.
Oh yeah, I would definitely rather a part in Guardians 3, but okay, he recently said on his Twitter, "Don't you think that it would be weird for Aisha to create the perfect man as someone in his mid-50s? Also, never said Adam Warlock was in Volume 3." So he's just gonna cock tease us with Adam Warlock until he actually reveals him. So we have no knowing as to when Adam Warlock is gonna appear. He's not appearing in Infinity War. He's not appearing in 4, I'm pretty sure. And I mean, it will make sense for him to appear in Infinity War because Thanos, and he is tied to Thanos.
Exactly.
But I understand he doesn't want to reveal him right away, so I mean, whatever. We'll just have to see what happens when we cross that bridge.
It's just not as comic booky as we're gonna get it.
Yeah. I wish Finn Jones wasn't doing a shitty job as Iron Fist because he would look great as Adam Warlock because he already looks like Adam Warlock as it is.
Oh, I just had a talk with someone about Finn and who he should play, but I forget what character we were talking about. And you could guess who I was talking to about this. I'll find it. But go back onto the news.
Wait, Finn Jones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's already playing Iron Fist. Wait, like who you would recast him as if you were going to recast him?
I was talking to someone about who should play this one character, and he said, despite him being
Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I would want him as Adam Warlock because it was more like Adam Warlock than fucking Iron Fist. Okay, now we have some Avengers Infinity War stuff. Infinity War.
All right, I actually found it, and I didn't agree with him when he said it because I was like, about it. Well, more no than
yeah.
Why do you say this? And that is Red Hood.
Oh no, I wouldn't want Finn Jones as Red Hood. No. Oh jeez.
I mean, it would be cool, I guess.
I mean, no, because he's not good as Iron Fist, so I don't want him being Red Hood. Because he already ruined Iron Fist for me. I don't want him ruining my favorite Batman character.
And then somehow we jumped onto Robbie Amell. And there was actually fan art for it already, and I sent him it. And
Robbie Amell as Red Hood?
Yep.
I never... Huh. I mean... Alright. Even though I do want Robbie Amell as a young Bruce Wayne.
I know.
Because he would be... Even he said, I want to be Bruce Wayne. I want to be Batman. Like, he's literally the perfect look for a young Bruce Wayne.
I know.
Like, especially if you're doing...
Live action Batman Year One.
Especially if you're doing it in the CW verse where everyone is literally young. Like...
And especially since what we're going to get to in our discussion for later on in the episode. But let's stop foreshadowing. And let's just go on to other news with Marvel.
And we are going to talk that Dave Bautista says that there is going to be a comedic chemistry between Iron Man and Star-Lord. Obviously, I mean, come on. What were you expecting? Of course there's going to be comedic chemistry between the two of them. They're not going to do Spider-Man and Iron Man all over again. He recently said, I always thought that there would be a lot of great interaction between Tony Stark and Drax, and there was, Batista explained, and Star-Lord and Tony Stark as well. When you put those two guys in a room together, it is like a spontaneous combustion. Talk about two talented guys who are so witty and smart and honed in on their craft. It was a spectacle, and I'm so excited to get to witness it firsthand. First of all, I'm already excited. We're already excited about Infinity War. Like, I can go the rest of like the year without any Infinity War news, and I'll be perfectly okay with that. Because I just want to see the movie now. Like, you already have me sold. I don't need to hear anything on it.
And it comes out next year,
I was sold
right?
since Avengers 1 on Infinity War.
Infinity War comes out next year, right?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up real quick. It should say at the bottom of the end of this article. Yeah, 2018.
All right.
And also we actually recently got the announcement that Shuri, Black Panther's sister, will also be appearing in Infinity War, which was no surprise because there was already rumors about this anyways. That's why I didn't really want to bring it up. I decided to bring it up anyways.
So Infinity War is going to be the main movie, and then Black Panther will be the final movie?
Well, Black Panther...
Of 2018, I mean?
Black Panther is before Infinity War.
Really?
Yeah, it's before Infinity War.
I don't know why, but I was thinking it would have been the other way around.
If I'm correct, it's actually the movie before Infinity War, and then after Black Panther starts Infinity War. Because one of the Black Order is supposed to apparently appear in Black Panther, I think, towards the end? And is supposed to lead into the beginning of Infinity War.
Alright. So Black Panther will be the one we get in May, and most likely what we're going to be getting a free comic book day issue will be.
Actually, let me just look up the Black Panther date anyways, just to be on the safe side.
And hey, if it's of the series that I want to read a Black Panther for free comic book day next year, I'll be pretty okay with it. Plot twist, they do the first issue to Infinity Gauntlet.
I haven't read Infinity Gauntlet yet, so.
But I mean, like, to go into.
Oh,
Infinity
okay.
War.
Yeah.
Like, for free comic book day, they're like, oh, well, how about we do the first issue for Infinity Gauntlet? I mean, that would be way far-fetched, but you never know.
Okay, what do we have? I have MCU Countdown right here. Jeez, how old is this thread? Oh my god, it's from 2014. I'm on like a.
What happened to the countdown that you used to? Oh wait,
I
that was on your old phone.
I know I used to have a countdown clock for all the movies and shit, but
that was on your old phone.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, here we go. A Marvel feed on Tumblr. So here we go, right here. I don't want to get the Tumblr rap.
I mean, Tumblr's pretty okay. I just go on for fan art. And
okay, well here we go. All right, because I don't want to waste any more time. But correct us in the comments if we're wrong or right. I'm pretty sure Black Panther is right before Infinity War, because I think Black Panther comes out in February though.
All right.
All right. Well, while you're looking that up right now, I'm going to go into the
Black Panther, February 16th, 2018.
And when's Infinity War?
Let me look that up. Infinity War releases May 4th, so we'll be getting a free comic book day issue on that.
All right, sweet.
And normally there's like a later in the year Marvel movie. So what will that be? Or are they not going to do that because we got Black Panther early in the year?
I feel, yeah, because Black Panther's being released for Black History Month. So that, yeah, I don't think we're going to get another Marvel movie later on. I think Infinity War will just be the last movie.
Well, that sucks. No holiday Marvel movie.
Actually, wait a minute. No, I think it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Because
you know
Ant-Man
what?
and the Wasp.
You might
Ant-Man
be
and
right.
the Wasp is after Infinity War. Because I remember I was listening to a podcast before and someone says, I wonder how Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to tie into Infinity War.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, July 6th. So we're not getting holiday, we're getting a summer Marvel movie.
I'm okay with that.
What is with 2018?
I
so
don't
weird.
understand either, but whatever. First of all, can we just address the fact that I was 7 or 8 years old when Iron Man 1 came out, and I'm gonna be 18? Well, I already am 18. I find that so weird, how like you age, like up with the Marvel movies, you know? Oh, that's weird.
But all the characters still look the fucking same.
Yeah, but all the characters still look exactly the same. That's so weird. I think that. Oh no, we saw Punisher. Or did we talk Punisher already?
No, we didn't talk Punisher.
Okay, well this is going to be our last topic for Marvel, and that is that Punisher may feature another Marvel hero. And let's go into that article right now and see what we have going on here. Also, there was a teaser release for Punisher today. I didn't watch it yet, but there is
I
one
didn't know there was one released.
Yeah.
Great.
According to a report from MCU Exchange, Marvel's senior vice president and creator of content development, CB Cebulski, stated during a Marvel Cinematic Universe presentation at Asia Pop Comic Con in Manila that another Marvel hero may be showing up in The Punisher. The statement was followed by an audible gasp from the audience, revealed no more than that. Spoiler. Alright, the spoilers for Defenders, and I haven't finished Defenders yet. I'm only on episode 4. I feel like if it's gonna... Alright, it has to be a new character we haven't seen yet, otherwise they wouldn't have been so secretive about it.
Well,
if it's
on the link, it says Moon Knight.
I feel like it probably is Moon Knight. Because it's either going to be Moon Knight or possibly, this is far-fetched, either Ghost Rider or Blade. Because Ghost Rider, Blade, and Moon Knight have all been 3 characters that people have been begging for Netflix. Especially Ghost Rider, too.
You know me, I'm a very big Ghost Rider fan. I will love that.
Yeah, but it's going to be Robbie Reyes, though. Would you still watch that, though, if it was Robbie Reyes?
Maybe.
Oh, you would?
I mean, I would rather Johnny,
but
or even Danny.
Or Dan, yeah. I feel like it probably has to be Moon Knight, because that'll probably be the easiest one that they can do as of right now. And I'm assuming that Punisher probably doesn't have that huge of a budget anyways to do Ghost Rider, but then again, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did it, so
yeah.
Alright, I mean, they could do Ghost Rider, but I don't think that's Ghost Rider, though. I think it is Moon Knight.
The Ghost Rider show. Gonna be on Marvel's new streaming thing.
Oh, no. Once Marvel makes a new streaming service...
Disney's making one. That's why most of their stuff is...
I know Disney is doing it, because I remember people were flipping shit about that.
And I was thinking, is the Marvel shows gonna go off there?
I don't think so, no. I feel like, best case scenario... Netflix is going to wind up buying the Marvel Netflix stuff off of Disney in order to use them.
So then it will be completely distied from the MCU.
Yeah, but do you really think, though, that Disney is going to go and put all their Marvel stuff on that streaming service? I feel like they're just going to put their Disney stuff on there.
Maybe.
If anything, they'll do...
If anything Marvel, it will be the cartoons.
If they're going to do any other property that they own on that streaming service, it's going to be Star Wars, not Marvel. Because do you really think they're going to go and put Jessica Jones on...
I didn't watch Jessica Jones.
Well, there's a lot of sex in it. With, like, her and Luke Cage. So, I don't think they're going to go and put that on a Disney streaming service that families are going to use.
Alright.
So, I feel like the Netflix stuff is going to stay on Netflix, but I feel like they will put their MCU movies on there.
And that makes sense. And if anything else Marvel, it would be the cartoons.
See, I didn't think we were going to wind up talking about this Disney thing now, but now we kind of are, so I'm just going to explain what I think they're going to do for the Disney stuff. I feel like they're going to open up the Disney Vault, and they're going to take all the Disney movies that they made, and they're going to put them all on that streaming service.
Yes.
But here's what I want, though. put on every single Disney Channel show that you canceled on there too, because I want bring back Gravity Falls for that streaming service.
I mean, Gravity Falls wasn't canceled; it just ended.
It just ended. I know, but if they could bring it back in a comic, then why not as a TV show?
Yeah.
I know a comic is more cheaper to do, but
wait, hold on. I thought you were using comic as an example. Is there actually a comic coming?
You know there was a Gravity Falls comic coming?
No.
I'm pretty sure they announced that there was going to be a comic continuing the series.
Where have I been my entire life?
Alright, so we're getting away from that. We are actually going to go... Actually, speaking of Star Wars... Oh, by the way, Donald Glover has wrapped his filming for the Han Solo movie. And recently, the Han Solo movie is simply just going to be titled Han Solo. That's it.
No, I'm Han Solo.
Oh, no! Alright, since we're sort of in the YouTube community, I guess we could say that JonTron has made a reinsurgence, so go watch his new 2 videos that he uploaded. So
Well, the one was just about, like...
what the state of the channel is going to be. But
yeah.
Still, it's worth mentioning, though.
And the fact that he was working on 3 videos and contemplated on uploading it during this time, I'm all like...
I wonder if this new video was one of them.
Probably?
Yeah, probably.
But...
Which, by the way, it's hilarious.
I'm glad he did a video about the movie of the original Fuckboy.
Oh my god, yeah, Vanilla Ice was the original Fuckboy. Okay, so we're gonna go on to DC now, because we're gonna go in on DC for this episode. Okay, now a while ago, actually no, I'm actually just gonna stick with DCEU right now, and that is that recently with the whole Justice League reshoots and everything, how it's being said to be, quote, unwatchable, in that, oh, by the way, Lex Luthor cut from the movie. No Lex in Justice League anymore.
Okay.
Which
I'm okay
brings
with this.
me,
I didn't even know he was going to be in it.
Which brings me to the theory that the original cut was going to have Darkseid at the ending because Lex Luthor references Darkseid at the end of BVS about the pinging and that he's coming. Now, this pretty much does confirm that cut of Snyder's cut was in fact going to have Darkseid at the end of it.
Why do I have a feeling that instead of like an Ultimate Edition, there's gonna be
a Lex cut?
No, they won't pull an X-Men with Rogue cut. I was gonna say it would be the Snyder cut and Whedon's reshoot cut, and just to be like, okay, we filmed all of this just so you guys could see it. Here it is on this Blu-ray. But it's not canon. The canon one is the
Whedon recut reshoots version, yeah. Well, with that though, people are saying that the movie is in turmoil and everything like that, and that the reshoots are to change tone and everything. Apparently, that's not the case. Actually, apparently they're still sticking to Snyder's plan.
No, I saw an article about that, but I didn't read it.
It says here, according to Forbes, writer Mark Hughes, Whedon is still sticking to the plan laid out by Snyder. On the Superhero News podcast, Hughes detailed that Whedon is overseeing on the shoot, debunking the rumor that they are filming an entirely different ending than what Snyder already shot. They haven't said, oh, we need to add additional photography, we need to do a whole bunch more, or anything like that at this point. So, the footage and the amount of footage in the film, as of right now, the majority of the footage that you're going to see on the screen is still the footage that was previously shot during principal photography. So, pretty much what he's saying is that everything that we've seen so far has all been from Snyder's cut. So which means that trailer that we saw, it may have been cut by Whedon, but the feeling of it is still... The feeling may... Because I remember me and you said before that it feels very Avengers and Whedon-esque. Like the trailer.
We said more Whedon-esque than
Well, I got an Avengers
yeah.
vibe from it though when I watched it, and we all said that's Whedon. I guess it's not the case. I guess that's Snyder all right there, but just Whedon cut it. He cut the trailer to make it feel like.
I don't believe this.
You don't believe it?
I tinfoil hat time. They have to be lying to us about this just for us to shut up.
Just throw off the scent to make us think that everything is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they better have, because
I mean, I don't think it's in turmoil. But I do believe that there will be stuff different because of Whedon coming on and all of this.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I definitely.
Our feeling was correct. That was a Whedon feeling, and it might have been different with Snyder there, but
Well, here's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna go and put DC on the spot right now, because didn't they say they had to go back and refilm the final act? And that's why Henry Cavill was having that huge thing where, like, now he has to have the mustache digitally removed from him now because he won't shave it.
Well, something could have happened digitally to the film.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. They're saying that they
digitally to the film. What fucking English there?
Yeah, but here's the thing though. They're saying that they don't have to go back and, like, they said they're not refilming the final act. They're contradicting themselves. They just fucked themselves right there, because they said not even a while ago that they had to go and refilm the last act with Superman.
So I didn't have a tinfoil hat. Okay.
DC has not had anyone on their sides as of recently, especially with the whole Batman thing, but recently there has been talks of a separate universe, not talks, it is going to be a thing. There's going to be a separate universe from the DCU.
There's no title for it, as we know.
Let's call it the DCSU right now. DC Separate Universe.
I would have just said multiverse. DC movie multiverse.
And, alright, when we talk about, because we're going to have a discussion about this too, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to rant about it too, but recently, this was going back a week or so ago, Casey Affleck was talking about how he thinks that Ben might not be in the Batman.
Well, he joked.
He said he was joking about it and everything like that, and we all believed it, even though there were some people that were thinking, oh, it might be true though. He might not be joking about this. This might be true, and he might have let this slip. No, it was all like a joke. He was joking about that, but
and then there was reports of the Batman being part of this separate universe
and being a standalone, and because Matt Reeves said that when he jumped on board, they told him that this was going to be a setup for a Batman Beyond movie, right?
I don't remember hearing about that.
I remember he said something about a Batman Beyond movie. Like, this was going to build up to a Batman Beyond movie. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on this. I'll probably look it up later, though.
I don't remember anything about that.
But he said in one of his quotes before, or someone said this, a higher up at DC, or a director, did say that something about a Batman Beyond movie being made. But recently, Matt Reeves said that when he jumped onto this, that it was going to be a standalone movie, and that this wasn't going to have ties to Justice League or anything like that. Now, that is true, but it is in the DCEU. This is Ben Affleck's Batman. It's
just not going to set up for anything.
Yeah, it's not
answering things that we're already questioning.
It's not going to be a stepping stone for another future movie.
So pretty much, if Ant-Man didn't have the Falcon scene in it.
Yeah, exactly. If Ant-Man didn't have the Falcon scene, this would have been a completely different movie, not setting up for any future movies. And this is a tweet that he said he recently tweeted out talking about it, and he said, "Geez, guys, what'd I miss? Just to be clear, of course Batman will be part of the DC universe. Batman will be Batman." So what he means is that Ben Affleck will be Batman.
Will be Batfleck.
There you go. And I'm glad, because I didn't want this to be a separate movie. And I'm glad that's not setting up for a future movie, because I want more comic book movies like that. I don't want every movie being, oh, well, you have to go and see this movie now to know what's going to go on in the next movie. I don't like that. I thought that's what was great about Homecoming too, because Homecoming was like that kind of per se. I mean,
Just Iron Man was there.
I mean, the end credit scene did build up towards the next Spider-Man movie, but it wasn't like.
But could you consider? But do you consider end credit scene part of the movie?
Not really, no. I consider them as a different thing. Yeah.
So maybe they might do something with that.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of like Suicide Squad
Had that Batman thing
with Waller.
Mm-hmm.
Stop working nights.
Oh, you need to stop working nights. Most clever joke in that entire movie.
I know.
And that movie is packed full of jokes. I use air quotes for that.
I don't remember there being any.
Yeah, I don't remember there being. Okay, but speaking of Suicide Squad, though, it's a good thing you're bringing that up, because recently we just got the announcement that Jared Leto's Joker may appear in Gotham City Sirens and Suicide Squad 2. I don't have a quote for that because I forgot to put that in. But I remembered it. I remembered it. So
I saw the article too.
Good. I'm glad that he's
in that Gotham
these.
City Sirens isn't canceled like people been saying.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought, did people think that this was canceled? Because I didn't think it was canceled.
I mean, yeah, we had got nothing on it, but
I know there was. The last thing I remember was that people thought David Ayer was dropping out, but that wasn't true.
I thought it was he dropped out of Suicide Squad 2 for Gotham City Sirens.
Well, he did. He dropped out of Suicide Squad 2 for that. But then people thought, did he drop out of Sirens to not do it, period? But he said, no, I am still doing it. The movie is still being made. And I don't know, I would say which is good, because I don't want this movie to be made. But I don't know. See, now my idea for a Gotham City Sirens movie was completely different from what they want to do.
I want it to be like a comedy, actually.
Well, here's
actual comedy.
Well, I wanted this movie to be Gotham City Sirens versus Red Hood and the Outlaws.
I remember you talking about that idea.
And I wanted...
Now, when I say comedy, I don't mean like it's a full-on...
Yeah, but you want it to be like a superhero movie with comedy...
Yes.
With comedy tones, yeah. So Ant-Man, basically. You want it to be like Ant-Man.
A darker Ant-Man, yeah.
Yeah, like a darker version of Ant-Man, exactly. Which is what... I want Suicide Squad to be a darker version of Guardians, but... They just failed miserably at trying to make it like Guardians.
It's a neon Guardians.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm glad though that Jared Leto is gonna appear in these movies though, because like I said before, I feel like there is a performance there from him as the Joker that we haven't seen yet.
Exactly.
He looks exactly like the Joker. He's the most comic book accurate looking Joker aside from Jack Nicholson.
To Endgame, he looks like Endgame. He doesn't look like any other Joker in my opinion. It's just Endgame.
You don't think he looks like the Joker with a tattoo on his back?
Oh, fucking All-Star.
From All-Star? Yeah.
Well, All-Star Batman and Robin, written by Frank Miller, drawn by Jim Lee.
Oh, Jim Lee art.
The story where it takes like 12 hours to get to the Batcave.
Isn't there like some long car ride between Batman?
That's why I said 12 hours to get to the Batcave.
I remember Sal from Comic Pop was bitching about that before. He's like, there was like 5 issues where it was just Batman and Robin driving, and they were just talking, going to the Batcave.
But funny you bring up Joker because of the Joker standalone movie.
Yes. Martin Scorsese is producing a Joker standalone origin movie, and this will be in that new DC separate universe. Okay.
Who for Joker?
You are like everyone else.
No, I said it as a joke, boy.
As what's going to go into our next topic after this. But everyone online is like, Willem Dafoe.
They've been saying this since, like, the Nolan Batman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been saying Willem Dafoe for Joker for the longest time. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but I don't want it for this movie if it's going to be an origin. because Kevin Conroy said that he wants Mark Hamill to get the role too. Now, no, here's what I want though. Even though he was on Gotham as the Joker, I want Cameron Monaghan, however you say his last name, I want him to be young Joker, but I want this movie to be Mark Hamill's Joker telling the story of how he became the Joker. Wouldn't that be cool? Doing a Killing Joke-esque story?
Here's my thing. To quote Killing Joke, sometimes I remember my past this. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I want... Okay, I still want Mark Hamill, though, to be an older Joker telling the story.
Definitely.
And I want a younger guy playing, like, young Joker. But I want that Killing Joke sort of story, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, I want the, I was a comedian, but I wasn't good.
I have to do this to help my family out. Oh, wait.
My wife died, and so now...
Yeah, my pregnant wife died. Yeah, you forgot she was pregnant, right?
No, I remember that. But if we have to cast a young Joker, we have to cast a young Batman. Robbie Amell for young Batman! Because I want that scene where Batman is just like on like where Joker first meets Batman. I want that scene. I want Robbie Amell in the suit. But who do you get to play old Batman?
We don't see old Batman.
Oh, you don't want to see old Batman?
It's like, what if they do old Batman, like actual old big DKR Batman?
Oh, you want the animated
Monster
Dark
Batman.
Knight Returns version of Batman? No, I don't want that because that was too much. That was too much.
That's a joke.
Well, can you imagine that? If that's the case, you have to get like Terry Crews to be Batman. Only so you can have people bitch about a black Batman, and people are already bitching because going into our next topic is that Death Note, Lakeith Steinfeld wants to play the Joker. He's a black actor, and for anyone who isn't familiar with the actor, if you saw the movie Get Out, he was the one guy underneath the mind control. And I don't know, I didn't see Get Out yet. I just remember from the trailer that he was that guy. But yeah, he recently played L in the new Death Note reboot, which we are going to talk about after this. Now, as a African American fellow as myself, being the Joker isn't very up my alley because I don't think you can exactly do the Joker as a black guy. I mean, you could, but a lot of people won't be for it. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't put in the Titans news. Black Starfire, I predicted it.
Yeah,
I predicted it.
I mean, and everyone could guess that.
I don't give a shit.
Neither do
Because as of right now, this show was already going to be shit once they announced that Beast Boy and Raven were going to be kids, and Dick Grayson and Starfire were going to be adults. So they already fucked this show as it is. So I'm going to watch the first episode, see how this is, and yeah. I don't think it's going to be good, and if it is good, I'm going to be shocked. But basically all Lakeith did was just make a tweet out saying, Martin Scorsese, I would love to play the Joker. I
wouldn't mind a Black Riddler.
You're going off of that Joker Rising.
I forgot that he was.
You forgot that?
I forgot.
I never forget
I forgot
that.
Riddler was even in that. Well, Riddler.
They called him Riddles in that movie, but it obviously was Riddler because he wore all green and he had the name Riddle in his name, so obviously. But I want a black guy to play the Joker just so that there's a chance for me to play him in the future. You can easily go and make it like the chemicals went and took away his skin color, and that's why his skin is pale white.
Legit, yeah.
And just like with the Starfire thing, you can't go and put body makeup on a black actress.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sorry, but is Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy black in skin tone if she were human? No, she's green. And you want to know why that is? Because James Gunn went and made her skin green with body paint. You can easily do orange. Like, oh yeah, let's bitch about a black actress, but yet let's keep in mind though that a fucking orange alien though could be realistic. An all orange alien. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
I'm with
off.
you on this.
Like, literally fuck off. But like, no one's bitching though at the fact that Raven's skin tone isn't gonna be like gray or whatever it's supposed to be, like dark gray pale. But it's okay. Let's bitch about Starfire being black though.
If anything, isn't the actress who's playing Raven like blonde?
Yeah, she is.
I'd bitch that it isn't dark hair. Because doesn't she have like black hair?
Here's what they're gonna do.
Give her a wig.
They're gonna make Raven this little orphan girl who's still gonna be blonde. She's probably still gonna be blonde. She's not gonna have the diamond thing or the little thing that's centered over her forehead. She's not gonna have that.
That'll make me want to shoot myself.
She's not gonna have the skin either. They're gonna make it she's this troubled child that ran away and she's running away from her father. They'll do that. And they're gonna take. It's exactly what I said before. They're gonna take her in.
And then later on, we find out, oh, her father's tried.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you right now, they better not fuck up on the Nightwing casting, and they better not fuck up on Beast Boy, because they're already disappointing me right now with casting.
I mean, I don't care.
I don't care for the show either, but like...
No, it's not that I don't care for the show. I'm gonna watch a show, but I just don't care for who they're casting as of right now.
Oh, yeah, I don't care for who they're casting either.
I'm not disappointed, I'm just, eh.
Yeah. So now, should we save the discussion for last, or do you want me to go into Death Note first, or do you want to...
Well, we kind of went into the discussion.
Alright, well then fine. If that's the case, I'm just going to bring up my points I want to bitch about. Okay, people are bitching about this separate universe, but here's the thing. Have you ever heard of the multiverse? There is literally a universe for almost everything in the DC universe. I like the idea of this separate universe. And you want to know why? Because then we can have stories that the DCEU won't do. We can have a Flash Rebirth movie. We can have...
Red Sun.
Yeah, we can have Red Sun. Which probably will be tied to this universe.
Yes, exactly.
We can
with the rumors of that movie, now with this announcement, it makes complete fucking sense.
It makes perfect sense now that they're doing this. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would wish they brought back Henry Cavill, but according to them, this is their chance to cast actors to play roles that they can't play in the main movie universe.
What if this is our backdoor opening to the CW universe being on the big screen? That would be cool.
Yo, I did not think of that.
Well, here's the thing though, because a lot of people were bitching too, because people were bitching about Grant Gustin, because people were saying, well, Grant Gustin should be in this new universe now as the Flash, so he can be on the big screen.
It's not canon to each other's movies.
Yeah,
They're
but
just standalone movies.
Yeah, but here's the thing: a lot of people were completely against Grant being on big screen. They're like, look, he's a CW actor. He's doing good where he is now. He does not need to be on the big screen. And I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing though: give Grant a chance to widen his ranges.
Exactly.
Don't just limit him to CW. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna fucking say this. I think Grant Gustin would have been cool as Spider-Man. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think that.
I mean, I always got more of a Peter Parker vibe from him than Barry anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I feel more. Yeah, exactly. But there's so many things I want from this new universe. I feel like I'm probably gonna wind up liking this separate universe more in the DCEU. Is there any stories that you want for it to be done in live action?
Any stories I want to see? Blackest Night.
Oh, speaking of which, Justice League soundtrack, Green Lantern hinted at, because there's a track towards the end of the soundtrack that says Unite the Seven. So, basically just confirmed Green Lantern is going to be in Justice League, as we already knew.
And, but here's my thing. I have a feeling they might just do what we've been saying, and drop the DCE here in general. Because, what if they just do that after Flashpoint movie?
I would hope so. I just want them to redo this entire thing all over again. Like, I want them to do a cinematic universe.
Because they realize they fucked up, and they're like, well, we have good actors. We could still do stuff with them, but just with other movies that are not tied with each other.
You know, I just completely forgot.
What?
We had Shazam news, too.
Who gives a fuck about Shazam and that he's gonna be played by two people?
And
Obviously.
obviously he's going to be played by two different actors, but I'm just going to skim over this because I actually care about this movie because I kind of want to. This could be the Superman movie that should have been Man of Steel. This could have been.
What should have been Man of Steel? Superman Earth 1.
Yeah.
Because that's legit a good version of Man of Steel.
Okay. Basically, the David F. Sandberg, I'm pretty sure is the guy who's directing. I'm going off of without even going on the article right now because I just want to get this out of the way. Basically, he's saying that he's not going to go and de-age the actor playing Shazam in order to look like a younger guy, so he could play both Shazam and Billy Batson. He said there is going to be a kid casted as Billy Batson. There is going to be a much older actor casted as Shazam. That's basically all. That's basically all it is. Obviously, we knew that was going to happen. So I mean, that's all. But my thing though, there's not many young actors though you can cast as Billy Batson. I haven't seen a lot of kid actors as of recently.
Just grab someone from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, just grab someone from Nickelodeon.
Well,
you know what I want them to do? I want them to cast a little black boy from the Haunted Hathaways to be Billy Batson, but I want them to make Shazam a white guy, just so that people can go and be like, can we bitch about this? Because Shazam's not black, but he kinda is. They're like, hi, Billy Batson's black, but Shazam's not, so you can't bitch about that. But they probably will still wind up bitching anyways.
plot twist, they cast fucking, what the fuck is the show? Nickelodeon show that me and you just watch just to laugh at it. That you put on occasionally just because I don't know if you actually like it or not. It is on Nickelodeon. I don't know if it was canceled or not.
Is it a cartoon?
No.
Is it live action?
Yes. I think Muse wanted to be doing something with it.
Oh wait, I'm trying to think.
Henry Danger.
Oh yeah, hey, it's Henry Danger. Yeah, because Jason Mewes was supposed to be a character on there. Yeah, he auditioned.
Wasn't he supposed to be like?
He was supposed to be a bad guy or a crook or something like that.
But wasn't that for the movie that they did before the show or whatever?
No, it was on the TV show.
Ah.
Yeah. Because for those of you who don't know, Henry Danger was a movie first, and they wound up making a TV series out of it. It's basically kind of like Batman and Robin meet Superman, kinda, because they don't. I mean, the only one that has superpowers is Captain Man. I didn't like this show, but it was like, I don't know, it has some funny, laughable moments
sometimes
though, for a Nickelodeon show, especially modern day Nickelodeon. But then again, it is Dan Schneider, so stop. Okay, but what were you gonna ask me? They were gonna get the kid who plays Henry Danger to be Billy Batson.
I mean,
he kind of looks like Billy Batson.
Well, I haven't seen Billy Batson.
I mean,
comics, but I mean, that's the only kid I could think of.
If anything, though, I would want him as Impulse on the CW.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
And I'm not the only one that wants that too. Everyone online says, yes, this kid would be perfect for Impulse. If not Impulse, I would want him as Robin. Tim Drake, yeah, exactly. Tim Drake. Or dye his hair, he could possibly be Damian Wayne.
No one wants Damian Wayne.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. You'd have to do Tim Drake or Damian Wayne, though, if you're gonna do like
another
Batman.
male Robin.
Yeah, if you're gonna do another male Robin.
Because I mean, you could easily just go to Stephanie Brown
or Harry Kelly, because he's more of like the Dark Knight Returns Batman.
Yeah. I remember back in the day when rumors of Carrie Kelly being...
Oh yeah. There was some guy who was willing to be sued by Warner Brothers because he was so hellbent that he thought that Carrie Kelly was going to be in the movie. Because he was like, yeah, she's in the movie because she's on set.
Where?
Which leads me to think, too, was Robin supposed to be in this movie? Because, keep in mind, there were numerous talks of Robin being in the movie.
I know.
There was a spray paint thing before on set that said Batman and Robin that we never saw in the movie. And it leads me to think, in an early cut, because remember, Snyder did say there was even a cut that was 4 hours long. So now, were we really supposed to get Robin in this movie? Because I feel like we probably were. Which, they just missed their chance if that was the case. But,
They're just holding off showing Robin until the Batman.
I want Robin in the DCEU so bad.
You want to know who we really want, though?
Red Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightwing more for me.
Oh,
I love Red Hood. He is my, out of post Robins, he is my favorite. But Nightwing, I just can't help but to. All right. Nightwing is the best, but Red Hood is my favorite. That's the only way I could say it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would, and due to I think more people know of Nightwing than they know of Red Hood.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially because of the old Teen Titans show.
Oh yeah. If you watch that, yeah. If you go to the future episode, you wouldn't. Yeah, the Nightwing thing.
Because that's how I was introduced to Nightwing.
Oh yeah, that was my first time knowing about Nightwing. Yeah.
And then I went and I played the Lego Batman game.
And then that was my second. That was my second
and I'm like,
thing of Nightwing.
He's an actual character.
Yeah. And I remember I saw that and I was like, yeah, it's the guy from the Teen Titans episode.
That was exactly.
Yeah, I remember that. And then later on in life, you would find out that he was Robin at one point, and this is and that, and yeah.
And I mean, like, yeah, he was on Batman the animated series, but
I didn't watch it that much as a kid.
Neither did I. In fact, I don't remember watching in general. The only Batman animated show I remember was The Batman.
The only that and I remember watching Batman Beyond the movie. I don't remember watching exactly episodes of the show.
Exactly the same. Actually, I think I saw a few episodes of the show, maybe.
Oh yeah, I watched a few episodes of the show, but this was later on in life.
And then I didn't see Return of the Joker until that one time at Sean's house.
You never seen that movie till then?
I told you that night.
Oh wow, I didn't know that actually. That was actually my first like Batman film that I owned. I think on DVD or I owned it on VHS, but I owned it though. It was the first Batman thing I owned.
The earliest Batman movie I could remember.
Back when I actually liked
not
Batman.
not counting live action. The earliest one I could remember was the Batman versus Dracula.
I remember that. I didn't watch it, but I remember it.
And when I was in the hospital for surgery last year, that was one of the movies I could have picked. And, I'm like, I'm going to go and rewatch this just for childhood memories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told me about that, yeah.
And then I went and put on Spectacular Spider-Man.
And then I had childhood memories because Spectacular Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man animated show that's ever come out. It is the best Spider-Man show to come out of Spider-Man animation. And a lot of people are tearing that new show apart.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're tearing it apart. I have not watched a single episode.
Neither have I.
It is... I've seen 2 seconds.
I've seen whatever clips have been on YouTube.
Terrible. Not good at all. I'm not...
People want Ultimate Spider-Man back.
Yes, I was about to say that. I would rather Ultimate Spider-Man come back than watch this show.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and that's saying something because I fucking hate Ultimate Spider-Man. Not the game or the comic series, because I love the game a lot.
In the comic series,
in the comic series,
one of the best.
Oh my god, yeah, one of the best Spider-Man runs of all time. Okay, oh my god, we got so sidetracked that I completely forgot about Death Note. How do we go from Shazam to Spider-Man?
And we're about to reach the 54-minute mark.
By the time I'm done with this... Alright, wait. Before I get into Death Note, we're going to stay in DC because I'm going to go to games. Recently, last episode, we talked about the Injustice 2 second fighter pack, and we talked about what characters we thought were going to be on it. Well, as of right now, it's not Spawn, but the only character that matters in this is fucking Hellboy.
Yes!
Hellboy is confirmed to be a playable character in Injustice 2, and this is probably the greatest thing that has come out of the Injustice 2 game, besides Red Hood. I am so happy about this, because I love Hellboy so much. Now, that movie is very important to me in my childhood, because I loved that movie growing up as a kid. And I actually like the sequel, too, even though a lot of people hate the sequel. I like the sequel a lot. But, we have Black Manta, obviously, because we had that leaked out a while ago. And one character that people are bitching about that's on there is Raiden.
Oh, yeah.
That is a waste of a character slot.
I know. Definitely.
I paid for DC characters. Now, I'm okay with other comic book characters. But this is just NetherRealm being like, look at our huge dick. And we have Mortal Kombat characters, and we can put them in this game if we want to because we're developing.
Now, isn't this like the second or third Mortal Kombat character in this?
Second. Because
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, yeah.
Even though we fucking have Captain Cold.
Exactly. Which Sub-Zero was a waste of a character slot too. And I said that too when Sub-Zero was revealed.
Now, who would be the person to argue about with Raiden? So I don't think there's any other Lightning characters.
They should have took out Shazam. They should have brought Shazam. Well, then again, Billy Batson is dead because they killed him in Injustice 1. Because Superman went and fucking...
Get fucked.
Because Superman went and burned a hole through his head. He was like, oh, look at me in the eye, Shazam. Boom. I just burned your eye holes out of your socket. Your eyeballs out of your eye sockets. I'm excited, though. We have 3 characters left. One is obviously Adam. The other one, I still think it's Azrael. I don't think it's Spawn. It would be cool if it was Spawn. But I don't think that it's Spawn, though. I think it's Azrael. In that last character, I think it's a female character. And a lot of people are saying Enchantress or
some other fappable bitch.
I forgot who else they said. Yeah, I forgot who else. But I'm mad though because I wanted Beast Boy and Beast Boy's not here.
Well,
or
Fighter
Raven.
Pack 3?
Or Raven. That's who else there was.
Fighter Pack 3?
I don't think Beast Boy's in this game though.
But I'm just saying they could do a Fighter Pack 3.
Oh yeah, we have one more Fighter Pack left. They could do a 4th one, which would be great. Well, Ed Boon already said before that he said that a story mode expansion could happen too.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love that because here's the thing with Injustice 2, I did not care for the story mode. I didn't even bother to watch the whole entire thing, all the cutscenes. Even though I do think that it would probably hands down be the best Crisis movie ever made if you did some Crisis stuff and made it relevant. But it could be the best Justice League movie ever made. Like, it's pretty much a disbanded version of the Justice League.
Pretty much.
And they're all coming back together and everything. Although I do hate the fact they keep making Superman a villain in all these games. Because, spoiler alert, for the end of this game, Superman is still a bad guy at the end of this game. And they throw Superman in the Phantom Zone. And he...
Story expansion. It's him getting out of the Phantom Zone.
That's exactly what's going to be.
Because it can't be Injustice without bringing back Supes.
Unless they want to go and involve all the characters from the fighter packs in their own story mode.
Yeah, so let's somehow bring in Raiden and Sub-Zero into the story.
Oh no, we don't want to. We don't want to repeat a fucking Mortal Kombat versus DC universe. So never mind.
You came over and fucked our universe. Well, guess what? We're here to fuck yours.
Is there any other DC characters for future DLCs you would want to see in this game?
Not that I can think of.
I want... We already kind of have Nightwing.
Yeah, it's,
Damian Wayne with a Nightwing.
Because Dick's dead.
Yeah. If Beast Boy's not going to be in the next starter pack, fighter pack, I want that. I want him in the next fighter pack. If not, I want him in a 4th one. Who else do I want?
You already said Raven.
Superboy.
Yeah. Which Superboy?
Connor Kent. Come on. Black t-shirt.
I know
Superboy.
who Connor Kent is. But I'm all like, what if they fucking bring back the 90s look?
They better. I better be able to get a gear. I better be able to get gear for that. For that look.
I could see you playing.
With the fucking sunglasses and shit and the haircut and the leather jacket. Hell yeah.
And the fucking 2 belts.
Oh my god. edgy as fuck. Okay. Who else do I want?
You could tell I bang chicks while blaring Alice in Chains in
Oh.
the back of my truck.
A character who I'm surprised has not been in it yet. Kid Flash. I want Kid Flash. Basically, give me everyone on Teen Titans or Young Justice that hasn't even appeared yet.
Okay.
Red Tornado would be cool.
I guess.
That'd make me actually give a fuck about him for once. I was going to say Supergirl, but then again, we already have Supergirl in Injustice 2. Who else haven't we seen in Injustice yet?
Insert someone who's appeared in the comics but not in the game.
Impulse. I mean, pretty much anyone from the Flash family besides Barry. I mean, well, Jay is in Injustice 2 because I have the skin for him. Mm-hmm. I would want some other characters too, like fucking Vertigo characters and shit. Like I wouldn't mind Constantine.
We all want Constantine for a magic character. Gets fucking Dead Man.
I don't mind Dead Man. Etrigan the Demon. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We're already past the hour mark.
Alright, we're gonna drop that. And I'm gonna go into my review right now. Because recently, yesterday, I watched Netflix's Death Note, the reboot to the anime. And I guess you can kind of say a reboot to the live action reboot? Not reboot. The live action movie from like 2008, 6, I think.
I didn't even know that happened.
Alright. I'm going to go on my first exposure of Death Note. Alright. Back in the early days of PlayStation Network used to give you free anime episodes on PSN. Now, Death Note was one of the TV shows, animes, that I got a free episode for. And I remember watching it, and I remember I fell in love with it. Now, around the time that I was introduced to Death Note, I dropped Death Note and forgot about it. I didn't forget about it, but I didn't watch it or read the manga. Because at the time, I was introduced to a graphic novel referred to as Scott Pilgrim. So, you can imagine that I put Death Note aside to devote my life to Scott Pilgrim.
And devote is pretty much an understatement, especially with going through your old Twitter recently.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I only watched that one episode. I never went back and watched the anime. So, as of right now, this review is going to go off a frame of reference to that first episode. And how I felt about that first episode compared to this movie. Now, let me start off by saying this. Now, I love that first episode. I am going to go back and I am going to binge the series. But I don't think this movie deserves all the hate that it's getting. If this movie were to come out without Death Note already being established as an anime and manga and having source material, people would fucking love this movie. And I'm saying this to people that are bitching about it too. Because if this had come out as just an American horror fantasy thriller, people would love this movie. Or at least they'd be like, it was okay. Because it was. This movie was okay and it was enjoyable. Now, did you watch the Jeremy Johns review?
No.
Okay. He is right when he says this movie takes on about like 50 different tones. This movie goes from teen drama, which they don't even focus on the high school aspect, which is why in his review when he says that Nat Wolff could have been casted by a much older actor and he could have not have been in high school, I agree with him on that looking back at it now, because they barely focus on the high school stuff. All they do is establish he's a smart kid in high school, gets caught for doing homework for other kids in terms of getting money. Oh, excuse me. My throat is getting like clogged up and everything. Jeez. So he gets caught for doing homework for other students, and him being paid for it. Now, by the way, upon this movie, I didn't know Nat Wolff was being cast as the main character. anyone who knows me would know that Naked Brothers Band was my favorite Nickelodeon TV show growing up as a kid. I had their CD. I had their CDs. I loved that show. I watched it all the time. So when I saw the trailer and I saw that Nat Wolff was in it, I didn't know that was Nat Wolff until I found out when the movie was about to be released. So I was like, okay, so a part of my childhood is coming back.
I honestly don't know who Nat Wolff is.
Nat Wolff was the main like character of the Naked Brothers Band. He was the older brother, leader of the band, wrote all the songs, sang most of the time.
Now, for some reason, my mind blanked when you said Naked Brothers Band. A different band came into my head for some reason.
Ninja Sex Party?
No.
Oh.
A different TV show band came to my head from, like, maybe a year later.
What was it?
Jonas Brothers.
Oh!
For some reason, they came to my head,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I never seen anything about Naked Brothers, man, besides like commercials, and I don't know why, I just avoided it.
They were kinda the kid version of the Beatles, kinda. I'm not saying their music was as good as the Beatles, because it wasn't. It wasn't. Now, when I say this, because remember when the Beatles used to make movies based off of their songs? The title of one of their songs would be...
Yeah.
Okay. The Naked Brothers Band did that with their specials, aka their TV movies. They did that too, which is why I refer to them as the kid version of the Beatles, because they did that. Like, there would be an episode, 1 hour long special, and the title would be a song they debuted in that same episode.
I want to say I heard a song, maybe. I'm trying to think of.
You probably heard. I'll play a song for you after this. I don't want this video to get copyrighted or anything like that. But
Chloe.
you definitely would have heard a song if I played it for you. I'm gonna play one for you though after this. But I'm going back to Death Note now. Back to Death Note. All right. This was an enjoyable movie. If you cut the high school aspect, or at least elaborated on it more, because, all right, the beginning of this movie is like, all right, you have the character of Light, played by Nat Wolff. He's a smart kid. His mother recently died. Well, not recently. I don't know how long ago it was that she died. But his mother is dead, and he's kind of upset about it and all that. And he wants revenge on the guy that killed her. And basically, there's this girl, Mia, played by some actress, I don't know. She was bland in it, and I didn't give a shit about her character. But, like, she's this cheerleader who's goth and all of that. And Light is kind of goth, but I don't know, kind of not. But, like, she immediately gets him caught because she thinks that he's upset about life and everything like that. And then gets him caught because these two bullies beat the shit out of Light or knock him out. And he gets caught by the principal with all the homework and everything like that he has to sell to people. And, basically, he's like outside and the Death Note comes, and then we get the introduction of Willem Dafoe as Ryuk, and he is probably hands down the best part of this entire movie. The scenes between Light and Ryuk are the best scenes in the entire movie, which I wish they would have did more of, because they didn't give Willem Dafoe a lot to work with for this movie. And so, he was good though. He was good for what they gave him, but I wish they gave him more to work with. Basically, the Death Note, how it works is you have to have the first name and I think last name of the person that you want to kill, and you have to know their face by recognition. So, like, he sees the two bullies that knocked them out in the beginning, and they're bullying this girl outside of the school. And basically, that's when we first see Ryuk, and Light first starts using the Death Note. So he goes and he writes their names down. Well, one guy's name, the bully that knocks him out, and he says death by decapitation. And Ryuk says, okay, watch what happens next. And exactly what happens. The guy gets decapitated by a fucking ladder that comes sliding down and sliced off the top of his fucking head. And I'm like, if this is what we're going to be in for the rest of the movie, I am sold. If it's going to be like Final Destination, except with a fucking book, I am sold. And it is kind of not like that. um, so basically, Ryuk is like, if you're not going to use the book, give it back to me, or leave it for 7 days, and I'll take it and I'll give it to someone else that wants it. So now what happens in this movie is the Mia character and Light start dating out of nowhere, even though it is shown that she has a guy has his arm wrapped around her in the beginning of the movie. Now, automatically there's a huge jump, and immediately she's attracted to him.
They definitely skipped shit from the book /
Well,
anime.
This Mia character is introduced later on down the road. Now, I don't know if she's with the character later on down the road, but I think it's weird though that they just went and was like, okay, yeah, here she's seen with a guy that might be her boyfriend, but now all of a sudden now she's jumping on the Light now. And I'm like, well, what you could have did was you could have had it like they built up this relationship with each other. Not just, oh, well, they're automatically in a relationship now and they're in love with each other already. Because they don't spend time with the high school stuff. Which, I would have liked it if Light was reckless at first with it. Because he kind of was at first, but he was like, I'm going to kill all the bad guys. But then after he kills the bully, he goes and he kills the guy that killed his mother. And basically, that guy dies by being stabbed in the neck by a steak knife when he's out at dinner one night. And the dad finds out about this. Now, the dad's a cop. His dad's a cop. And he's like, oh, well, the guy that killed your mother is now dead. And, like, he's like, I'm going to go and kill all the guys that are doing wrong. And Mia is alongside with him on it. And then she's helping him out. And it's pretty much a montage of them just killing people. You don't really see them do it. Now, this movie's only an hour and a half long. So it's not a long movie. This is the time length of a comedy movie. And I guess some people will go and make the joke like, oh, the movie's so terrible that it practically is a comedy. But I found some enjoyable moments of this movie. One thing, though, that was cliche, though, and I thought was stupid, was when Light, towards the end of the movie, Light opens up his locker, and there's an American Horror Story quote that says, normal people scare me. And I'm like, alright, like, you didn't need to do that. We get it, he's goth. You didn't need to go make the stereotype that he likes American Horror Story.
Even though the first 3 seasons are good. I said first 3 seasons.
Oh, yeah, first 3, yeah. First 3 are great. And I'm just gonna jump into certain spots. There's this character of L, played by Lakeith Stanfield, who we talked about earlier in the episode, who wants to play the Joker. He did good. A lot of people bitched about him being casted, though, because the character he was playing was in fact white, and he's a black actor and got cast as a white character, so people were bitching about that too. So this guy can't catch a break. But he was good though. Basically, he's like a character who can detect. He's a detective, and he's very smart, and he knows that's Light automatically who's doing the killings. And he even brings it up to him. He says, "Oh, so how'd you do it?" And Light's like, "How'd I do what?" "Oh, well, how'd you kill all those guys?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he's like, "Oh, I know it's you." He's like, "I connected the dots automatically." And basically, they have this rivalry, kind of. And I'm just gonna jump the gun always to like the end of the movie, kinda. And basically, you find out the end of the movie, Mia becomes possessed with the book, and like obsessed.
What?
And she wants the book for herself. So here's what happens. L has this officer detective guy that's kind of like took him in as a kid because he was from an orphanage. And now Light wrote into the book that he wants the guy to become so obsessed with finding out the identity of L that he goes and tracks down the identity of L and tells Light so that Light can find out who L's real name is, and so he can kill L, so L will stop trying to be onto his case about him with the Death Note. And now L thinks that page is still inside the book. Mia ripped that page out and left it so that guy can die. That guy dies, and then Mia's like, I want the book, give me the book. And they're at the homecoming dance. And yeah, there's a homecoming dance that automatically happens throughout the movie. That's never brought up once, but it happens. Basically, Light finds out about this. Sorry, L and Light get them mixed up sometimes. He finds out about this, goes back to the dance, and tells Mia, why did you rip that page out? And she says, well, I want the book, and you're going to give it to me. Otherwise, you're going to die because I wrote your name into the book that you're going to die at midnight tonight unless you give me the book. So he has to leave, go and get the book, and now here's what happens. Light and Mia leave the dance, and they go to this pier and they go on this. Now you find out that L is going to reveal that it's Light that was doing the killings. Now L basically goes like not L. Light goes insane basically and is like, we have to get the fuck out of here now, or else we're gonna die here, or we're gonna be arrested. So they leave the dance and they head to the pier, and he has a gun, and he's basically like trying to fend for himself and everything to make sure no one like gets him. And the police are after him too, because they found out that it's him. And so now his dad knows that's him. And they go on top of this Ferris wheel. Ryuk is basically trying to kill Light and Mia, and he's like tearing apart the Ferris wheel with his not with his bare hands, but like he has the power. Like he's basically the guy that makes the deaths happen. So he's like controlling all of it, so he's trying to kill them so that he can get back the Death Note. And now here's what happens. Mia dies instantly from the drop because she falls out, and so does Light. Light lands in the water and drowns. Now here's what happens. Fast forward to the end of the movie, and Light is inside the hospital. Now you find out that Light fucking planned for all this to happen ahead of time. He planned for Mia to die because he wrote Mia's death into the book. Now, what happened was, when he left to go get the book, he set up a website. Now, when they're doing the killings, he goes by this alias known as Kira, which is Japanese for Light, so that people won't know that it's him. It also means, I think, Chinese for killer. So it means there's several meanings, so they won't know that's Light, but they'll know what, Kira stands for and all that. Now, he made a website, more of like a Reddit forum, where he could find out who's a bad guy and all of that. And he tells Mia, he's like, I don't feel comfortable doing this, because how could we go off the internet on who's a bad person, who's not? Now, he uses this to his advantage at the dance. He finds a doctor who supposedly sedated his female victims and sexually assaulted them. He had it that doctor would find him on shore after he drowned and revived him back to life. Now, the Death Note was going to wash up on shore, and a child rapist mail carrier will find the Death Note and will do the killings because the doctor puts Light under a coma for 2 days so that no one will be on his scent about it. That's him that was doing the killings, that the killings will still be going on. So the doctor goes and jumps out the window once Light is back to normal and kills himself. Same thing with the mailman, kills himself. And now Light is given back the Death Note by the mail carrier, and now he's the possessor of the Death Note again. And you find out that L goes to he goes to Light's house and finds the paper that was ripped out where his like best friend, aka basically father, was killed, and all the other names of all the officers that were on the case with L that were on his side, they were all killed because Mia wrote that in. And you find out basically that he was gonna write L's name in when he was at L's house to kill not L, Light. Fuck, I keep fucking it up. And then he thinks about it, and then he's like, I'm not gonna write his name in. And then Ryuk says to Light, he says, "You humans are so funny," and that I didn't understand the ending at first. Cause I was like, okay, so is Light the full possessor of the Death Note again now, or is he gonna give it up? And then with Ryuk being there, pretty much confirms that Light does have the Death Note again now. Now, I want there to be a sequel to this movie because it ends on such a down note. And then I find out that the director of this movie said, I pitched this as a 3-movie trilogy. And Netflix will do a sequel if enough people watch the first movie. Now, even if the people that bitched about this movie don't like it, that's still views. And the people that do like it have seen it. So either way, a sequel probably will happen at some point. And which is good because I did enjoy this movie. I thought it was enjoyable. It's not the worst animated live action adaptation. Because I still think Dragon Ball Evolution is still the worst one. But for my suggestion this week, I do suggest watching that movie. Although there are some things I could have dealt with. I wish they just cut the relationship out between the two of them in general. Between Mia and Light. But it is what it is. She's dead, so we don't have to worry about it in the next movie if another one is made. But yeah, that's all I had to talk about, really.
Alright.
You have anything you want to suggest?
I have nothing.
Which is crazy, because usually I'm the one that has nothing, and you're the one who has something to suggest. Alright, so that'll do it for this week. This is the 9th episode, surprisingly.
We'll be sure to give you a great 10th episode.
Yeah, we want to do something special for the 10th episode. But that'll be it for Keondre and Frank's podcast for this week. I'm Keondre.
I'm Frank.
And see you guys next time. Stay awesome.